Blessing.
Yes, Your Honor.
We need the costume on this
Yes, Your Honor.
is 2560811. You are Miss Morales Vega.
Yes.
Ma'am, you're charged with prostitution. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent.
Okay, pause here. Notice how the judge immediately lays out the maximum penalty, 6 months in jail, and a $2,000 fine. That's not just for drama. That's a strategy. Judges want defendants to fully grasp the seriousness from the jump. Audience question: do you think hitting someone with the maximum penalty up front makes them more likely to take the case seriously, or just more terrified?
Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. On April 19th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, an officer was working in an undercover capacity in plain clothes when he entered a sexually oriented club and sat down at a table. The officer engaged in conversation with the defendant. The defendant agreed to participate in oral sex with the officer for a fee of $400. The officer notes that the conversation was recorded. The arrest/enforcement team detained the defendant and took her into custody without incident.
This just got heavier. Immigration detainers mean that even if someone posts bond, ICE can step in and keep them locked up until their case is over. For non-citizens, a simple criminal charge can snowball into deportation. Let me know in the comments. Should immigration status even play a role in state-level cases like this? Or should it stay strictly separate?
And I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond for non-evasion is lifetime behavior. If I find that you do, I will revoke your bond and put you in custody, ma'am. I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you're not in this country with permission and you go to jail and immigration finds you, they will put an immigration detainer on you and you will be stuck in custody until this case is over with, and then you get shipped off to immigration. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Can I provide you a lawyer today? Would you like a lawyer?
I have an attorney. ¿Quién es?
Are they supposed to be here today?
Not today. Lo ocupo. ¿Ocupas phone?
Sí, pero no dio como que no tenía que presentarse ni ella.
She said she hired one, but he's told her that he did not need to be here today.
Person hasn't filed any documents. I don't know. I mean, I can, if you would like, I can give you more time. I'm happy to give you a court-appointed lawyer today if you want one. You tell me what you'd like to do. I can, reset you and give you more time. Normally, lawyers file documents.
Give me another tape.
Okay. Like I said, if you want a free lawyer, I'm happy to give you one today. So if you have problems when you're out there, you can come back and we're happy to give you one.
I have one.
Okay, that's fine. I just, hopefully they'll come here for the next setting. I don't know. For now, I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign and reset. After that, I'm going to have you take your seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We're going to have you sign them, and after that, you'll be free to go. Do you mind filing your conditions, please?
Absolutely.
No engaging in this. You are Mr. Rosabal Matos.
See.
Yes.
Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Judge. On April 19th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, an officer observed the defendant run a red light on North Shepherd Drive. The officer then observed the defendant's vehicle fail to drive in the designated lane, striking the raised median and causing his tire to go flat. A traffic stop was conducted. The officer made contact with the defendant and observed the defendant to be the driver and sole occupant and to have bloodshot eyes and slurred speech. The officer could smell an odor of alcoholic beverage emitting from the defendant's vehicle and from his person upon his exit from the vehicle. Officer Castrejon spoke to the defendant due to the defendant being a Spanish-only speaker. The defendant admitted to consuming one beer. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted. The officer noted a 2 out of 6 on the HGN, but also noted that the defendant would not follow the stimulus during distinct and sustained nystagmus at maximum deviation. Therefore, the officer was not able to observe the clues on that basis. The officer noted a 3 out of 8 on the walk and turn and a 3 out of 4 on the one-leg stand. The DIC was read on a recording in Spanish at the Joint Processing Center. The defendant consented to a breath test. The 15-minute waiting period was observed and the breath test came out to a .161 and a .153.
Any prior DWIs and a license?
No prior DWIs, Judge. I'm checking on the license.
Que si tengo licencia.
Find
Sí
that there's
tengo.
sufficient probable cause.
Voy a averiguar que sí hay
Case.
razón probatoria. Sí,
I'm
consta.
ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail. If you're not in this country with proper permission and you go to jail and immigration finds you, they will put a detainer on you and you will be stuck in custody until this case is over with and they get shipped off to immigration. They sleep it daily, hourly. So behave while you're in this country. You get no more warnings from us. Do you understand?
Okay.
If you do not have a Texas driver license and liability insurance, you're also ordered not to drive.
Sí tengo.
I do have.
Judge, it appears that it is eligible.
Parece que sí.
As long as you have a valid
Sí,
license
sí,
and
sí.
liability insurance, car insurance, then you will be able to drive. That is also a condition, that you maintain liability insurance.
Es como que me da aseguranza de ello.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
¿Tiene la capacidad de ocupar su propio abogado?
No.
No.
I can have you fill out an application, but I need to know everything about you. I need to know what kind of work you do, how much money you make, how much money you have at the bank, what kind of car you drive, any other sources of income, and I'll take a look to see whether you qualify. For now, Deputy Miranda's going to give an application. I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset, and then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we take a look at everything. Please.
Just real quick on 13, top of 13, was that state flood conditions?
Yes.
Yeah. Easy. Next judge is page 23, Vera. 25605 2560573.
Don't be calling me on Monday because I'll be to read them.
You are Mr. Vera Quiroz.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. On April 17th, 2025, an officer responded to a call for service for a possible failure to stop and give information in Harris County, Texas. The witness stated to the officer that he observed the defendant strike a maroon four-door sedan from behind, drive around the vehicle, and then drive away from the scene without stopping to provide any information. The witness followed the defendant and observed the defendant to increase and decrease his speed frequently, failed to drive in a single lane of traffic, and nearly strike other vehicles until his car became disabled on Highway 249. The witness observed the defendant to exit the vehicle and to be the sole occupant and operator of the vehicle. The officer made contact with the defendant and observed a strong odor of alcoholic beverage, glossy bloodshot eyes, and poor balance. The officer detained the defendant, and while removing a pocket knife from the defendant's pocket, the officer observed a bulge and a plastic feeling in the defendant's pocket. The officer observed a faint odor of marijuana, so he removed the plastic bag, which did in fact contain a usable amount of marijuana. Standard field sobriety.
Did you catch that? Random testing and a 50-day check-in. Judges use this as both a stick and a carrot. It keeps defendants on edge, but also gives them a chance to prove they're turning things around. It's like probation light. Quick thought. Would you feel more motivated to stay clean with constant random testing? Or would it feel more like a setup for failure?
Tests were conducted. A 6 out of 6 was reported on the HGN, a 5 out of 8 on the walk and turn, a 1 out of 4 on the one-leg stand. The DIC audio was played for the defendant, and the defendant agreed to a breath test, which yielded a .148 and a .143. The marijuana weighed approximately 0.2 ounces.
Priors, no license. Mr.
No,
Vera,
no priors, Judge.
No.
okay.
No driver's license.
Mr. Vera, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now, as a condition of your bond, not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. With you, I'm going to test you 50 days from today. If I find that you continue to use marijuana, I will revoke your bond. I'm going to put you in jail. If you're not in this country with proper documentation and you go to jail and immigration finds you, they will put a detainer on you because they sweep it daily. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yes.
You are not allowed to drive if you don't have a Texas driver license and liability insurance. That is also a condition of your bond. You do not have a license, you will be signing an affidavit with me today. Mr. Vera, in this short life that we have, do not drive, because if you do, you will pay dearly. Do you understand? This is a promise that you're going to make to me, that you're documenting that you're not going to drive. Nothing you say can justify driving at all. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you get a license and insurance, come talk to me, and then I'm happily will take this off. But until that point, you do. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer? How old are you, Mr. Barrett?
No.
23?
Do you work?
Yes.
Do you have the ability, do you have the funds to hire a lawyer?
No.
If you want, I can give you an application and you can apply for a court-appointed lawyer. I need to know everything about you and I'll see whether you qualify. Above all else, do not use, because it's really not going to go well for you. Do you understand? Okay. Deputy Miranda's going to give you an application. I will have you go to Victoria Sign and Reset. You're eventually going to meet with pretrial services for your bond conditions. After that, we'll take a look at your application. Come on.